Think scaling AI is hard? Think again. With Watson X, you can deploy AI across any environment. Above the clouds, helping pilots navigate flights, and on lots of clouds, helping employees automate tasks. On-prem, so designers can access proprietary data, and on the edge, so remote bank tellers can assist customers. Watson X works anywhere, so you can scale AI everywhere. Learn more at ibm.com/WatsonX. IBM. Let's create.
Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 8th and 9th. Woohoo! Which can lead to involuntary deal squeals, like the infamous deal on a new massager squeal. Yeah! Save big on Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, distribute it everywhere, and even earn money, all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit your podcasts right from your phone or your computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify, and when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&As and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I feel so supported in the creation and distribution of my show. Spotify for Podcasters hosts masterclasses, office hours, and more to help creators develop and fine-tune their skills. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to 80/20. If you're new here, hey, my name's Lily. Thank you so much for clicking on today's episode. Today's episode is inspired by the idea that a lot of people wait until November, December to realize that they've waited too long to start all the things that they wanted to in the new year or in the year of 2021. So I think of November, December as like the mad dash to do, your goals for 2021 because we've waited too long to start. Before we get into that, I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving week. If you guys are listening to this on the day that it comes out, it's Monday, it's the 22nd, and I'm currently on vacation. So I might not be as active on socials or might not be reposting you as much as I normally do, but I'm trying to kind of take this time to chill. And Sunday, Monday, and part of Tuesday, I'm still taking clients and doing work-related things, but then I'm really going to dial back on everything for half of Wednesday, all of Thursday, all of Friday, all of Saturday, and all of Sunday too, so that's pretty cool. So I hope that you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving week too. I know a lot of people have off work, have off school, whatever, so I hope that you also take this time to just chill, because I don't think that we do that often enough. And maybe just take a social media break, maybe take a phone break. Just be present, be with the people in your life, enjoy family time or friend time or time with your pets. If you guys want to really get into the Thanksgiving gratitude, grateful, thankful spirit, I'm posting an episode on Thursday, and I think it's going to be called Thankful and Grateful. And we're going to talk about a little 10-day gratitude challenge and just the practice of practicing gratitude. If you guys aren't already subscribed to the show, definitely do so. I post new episodes every single Monday and every single Thursday. A very popular question that shows up in my DMs or in my comments or in the little question boxes when I post them on Instagram stories is how to start a podcast or how to start a YouTube channel or how to start an Instagram or how to start my health and wellness journey. It's always how to start ... And granted, it's important to kind of have a beginning checklist, the basics, things that you definitely need, a foundation to start. But ultimately, there's nothing that I could tell you. There's no amount of research that you could do or books that you could read on something that life experience wouldn't teach you. So when I started this podcast, I did very little research on how to start a podcast. Granted, I had a podcast with a friend of mine back my sophomore year of college, I think, and we posted maybe like 5 or 6 episodes, and it's just something fun that we liked to do. And like every duo that starts a podcast, you're like, oh, we have great conversations, let's start a podcast. And then after, winter break, it never really went anywhere. This is kind of my story of waiting too long to start a podcast, but like in 2018, for my birthday, I got a podcast microphone, and it was my freshman year of college, and I recorded like 2 or 3 episodes in my dorm room. And it was just me talking in front of the mic, similar to this, but probably a lot worse. And I never posted them anywhere. I just kept them on my desktop. I edited them and everything. I didn't even have a name for the show yet, but I just knew that I wanted to start a podcast. And I look back, 4 years ago, I could have had a podcast for 4 years, and I never did anything with it. And obviously now I've had the show for a year, and it's been fantastic. And the show that I obviously would have started my freshman year of college is nothing like this show today, but it could have been so much better. I could have learned so much more if I had started 4 years ago when I truly wanted to. So then fast forward to a year later, I started a podcast with my friend, my sophomore year of college, did a couple episodes, and we kind of stopped after winter break because we both kind of went our separate ways. And then I just didn't have a podcast for a while. And when I wanted to start back up with the podcasting, my own show, kind of going down my own path, I knew that this time I wanted to make it work. And I was at a place where I knew that the only way that I would learn how to make it work and how to make it work for me was to find my own way of doing it and learn through experience. So when people show up in my DMs and they're like, how do I start XYZ? Of course, I'll give them like my quick tips and tricks. But what people are really looking for is like the magic formula. And there's no magic formula. There really isn't. And you have to create your own steps that are going to work for you. I could tell you guys my formula, the way that I do it, the equipment that I use, how I edit a show, but that might not work for you, especially if maybe you're doing it with another person, or maybe you don't have the same type of computer as me, or maybe you don't want to use the same type of mic as me, or you have a different idea of what a podcast should sound like. My method's not going to work for you. And the only way that you're going to find what works for you is through doing it, through life experience. And the toughest pill to swallow is that if you wait too long to start, you'll never actually do it. If you wait until the podcast is perfect to post your first episode, you've waited too long. If you've perfected your craft without even sharing it with the world, without getting feedback from anybody, without the opportunity to grow, you've waited way too long. So if there's something that you want to start, something that you want to do, something that you want to dive into, but you're too afraid to do it because you're worried about not being good at it, I challenge you to be okay with being a beginner. And be okay with not being good at something, because how could you be good at something that you've never done before? If you guys know me, you know that I love to go to workout classes. I love to go to spin. Orange Theory is really fun. Yoga is really fun. Oftentimes in those workout classes, there are people who are beginners. And I get so excited when I see someone in one of these classes who obviously has no idea what they're doing. But it's so cool that they just showed up anyway. Because most people don't even have the guts to do that. A lot of people are too worried about being watched, being looked at funny, being the newbie. But the people that are confident enough in their beginner's mindset are just going to go after it anyway, even if they look silly doing it, even if they get their feet stuck in the clips of the spin bike, even if they sound funny on their first podcast recording because they've never spoken into a microphone before. So how do you get to a place where you're confident enough to be a beginner? I don't know if I have all the answers to that, because that's something that you kind of have to deal with internally. But I think a good first step is having enough self-love, self-respect, and self-confidence to know that it's okay to laugh at yourself, it's okay to have fun and just enjoy learning something new and letting go of your ideas of what other people might think about you. Let's continue to run with, I guess, the new workout class example. You're new to a workout class. If during this new workout class, the only thing that you're thinking about is what the other people around you are thinking about you, you're not truly enjoying the moment. You're just anxious the whole time, worrying about what other people are thinking about you. But if you go into this new workout class and you're like, I literally have no clue what's going on, but I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm here to learn. I'm here as a student. I'm here as a beginner, a newbie. And all I'm going to do is listen to the instructor, take their feedback into account, and be completely present in the experience. Doesn't that just sound so much more fun than sitting there worrying about what everybody else is thinking about you? I think it does. I guess the second most popular question I get in my DMs is, how do I stop caring about what other people think about me? Or how do I stop caring about people that give me unsolicited feedback about my Instagram account or unsolicited feedback about my podcast? And I know that it's a lot easier said than done, especially when you're just starting out, but you really just have to let those comments roll off your back. You cannot internalize other people's opinions about you, especially when you're just starting something. If I had listened to everybody's opinions about me when I started my YouTube channel, when I started my podcast, when I did this, when I did that, when I strayed from the path that people wanted me to go down, I would not be where I am today. Zone in, focus, practice, learn, and grow, and begin before you're ready. And today I challenge you, if there's something that came to mind, if there's something that you've been waiting to start because you're not perfect at it, go do that thing today. Like, just drop everything if you can, clear your calendar, go do that thing today. And especially now that there's a break coming up, people are off work, people are off school, you have a little bit more free time. Go do the thing that you've been waiting to do. Now's the perfect time. Why are you waiting? Just go get after it. There's a coffee mug in my house and it says get after it, and I love that mug. Get after your goals, get after your dreams, because no one else is going to do the work for you. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, rate, review the show, share the show on Instagram. I really appreciate all of your support, all of your love, all of your kind feedback, and I hope that you guys have an amazing week, and I will chat with you soon.